beautiful ones. Here we are again at Shelter in the Storm with A Course in Miracles lesson 130. Okay, we're going great. We are in chapter 8 and we're just finishing off section 1, the direction of the curriculum. We're just going to backtrack by a few sentences just to make up the one page of text reading. Otherwise we're sort of finishing off one and just starting on another section. Hope you're all going well. Your past learning must have taught you the wrong things, simply because it has not made you happy. On this basis alone, its value should be questioned. If learning aims at change, and that is always its purpose, are you satisfied with the changes your learning has brought to you? Dissatisfaction with learning outcomes is a sign of learning failure, since it means that you did not get what you wanted. The curriculum of the atonement is the opposite of the curriculum you have established for yourself, but so is its outcome. If the outcome of yours has made you unhappy, and if you want a different one, a change in the curriculum is obviously necessary. The first change to be introduced is a change in direction. A meaningful curriculum cannot be inconsistent. If it is planned by two teachers, each believing in diametrically opposed ideas, it cannot be integrated. If it is carried out by these two teachers simultaneously, each one merely interferes with the other. This leads to fluctuation, but not to change. The volatile have no direction. They cannot choose one because they cannot relinquish the other, even if it does not exist. Their conflicted curriculum teaches them that all directions exist and gives them no rationale for choice. The total senselessness of such a curriculum must be fully recognized before a real change in direction becomes possible. You cannot learn simultaneously from two teachers who are in total disagreement about everything. Their joint curriculum presents an impossible learning task. They are teaching you entirely different things in entirely different ways, which might be possible, except that both are teaching you about yourself. Your reality is unaffected by both, but if you listen to both, your mind will be split about what your reality is. And now we move along to lesson 130. 130 already, guys. Well done, well done. It is impossible to see two worlds. Perception is consistent. What you see reflects your thinking, and your thinking but reflects your choice of what you want to see. Your values are determiners of this. For what you value, you must want to see. Believing what you see is really there. No one can see a world his mind has not accorded value, and no one can fail to look upon what he believes he wants. Yet, who can really hate and love at once? Who can desire what he does not want to have? Who can desire what he does not want to have reality? And who can choose to see a world of which he is afraid? Fear must make blind, for this its weapon is. That which you fear to see, you cannot see. Love and perception thus go hand in hand, but fear obscures in darkness what is there. What, then, can fear project upon the world? What can be seen in darkness that is real? Truth is eclipsed by fear, and what remains is but imagined. Yet, what can be real in blind imaginings of panic born? What would you want that this is shown to you? What would you wish to keep in such a dream? Fear has made everything you think you see, all separation, all distinctions, and the multitude of differences you believe make up the world. They are not there. Love's enemy has made them up. Yet, love can have no enemy, and so they can have no cause, no being, and no consequence. They can be valued, but remain unreal. They can be sought, but they cannot be found. Today, we will not seek for them, nor waste this day in seeking what cannot be found. It is impossible to see two worlds which have no overlap of any kind. Seek for the one, the other disappears. But one remains. They are the range of choice beyond which your decision cannot go. The real and the unreal are all there are to choose between, and nothing more than these. Today we will attempt no compromise where none is possible. The world you see is proof you have already made a choice, as all-embracing as its opposite. What we would learn today is more than just the lesson that you cannot see two worlds. It also teaches that the one you see is quite consistent from the point of view from which you see it. It is all a piece, because it stems from one emotion and reflects its source in everything you see. 6 times today, in thanks and gratitude, we gladly give 5 minutes to the thought that ends all compromise and doubt, and go beyond them all as one. We will not make 1,000 meaningless distinctions, nor attempt to bring with us a little part of unreality, as we devote our minds to finding only what is real. Begin your searching for the other world by asking for a strength beyond your own, and recognizing what it is you seek. You do not want illusions, and you come to these 5 minutes emptying your hands of all the petty treasures of this world. You wait for God to help you as you say, "It is impossible to see two worlds. Let me accept the strength God offers me and see no value in this world, that I may find my freedom and deliverance." God will be there, for you have called upon the great unfailing power which will take this giant step with you in gratitude. Nor will you fail to see his thanks expressed in tangible perception and in truth. You will not doubt what you will look upon, for though it is perception, it is not the kind of seeing that your eyes alone have ever seen before. And you will know God's strength upheld you as you made this choice. Dismiss temptation easily today whenever it arises. merely by remembering the limits of your choice, the unreal or the real, the false or the true, is what you see and only what you see. Perception is consistent with your choice, and hell or heaven comes to you as one. Accept a little part of hell as real, and you have damned your eyes and cursed your sight, and what you will behold is hell indeed. Yet the release of heaven still remains within your range of choice, to take the place of everything that hell would show to you. All you need say to any part of hell, whatever form it takes, is simply this: it is impossible to see two worlds. I seek my freedom and deliverance, and this is not a part of what I want. There is our lesson for today, guys. And 1:30. It is impossible to see two worlds. Can you see? Yes. You are blessed beings, indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. It is important for you to truly grasp the magnificent power of your mind. Your mind decides between love and fear every second of every day. If you suffer, then you have chosen fear. If you are happy, content, relaxed, and inspired, then you have chosen love. If you find yourself deep in suffering, then it is important for you, even if you don't know how you're doing it, to accept the possibility that you are very fearful and that you are mischoosing and miscreating throughout your day. That is why you feel anxious. That is why you feel angry. That is why you feel fearful. That is why you feel unloved or unfairly treated. These are all clues. These negative feelings are your guidance system. Remember, your guidance system is your umbilical cord to the mothership, home, God, love, or whatever you want to call it. And it operates at a frequency of love connected to divine truth. You are an extension of that divine truth, and your natural frequency, when you are connected to Source, is love. That is what your guidance system is. It's a loving beacon for you to know when you are in accord with your higher purpose, your truth, and to know when you are in alignment with God's will for you. You feel good. You feel content. You do not always feel exactly happy, but you feel as if you are on the right track. When you are off track, lost in the weeds or taking a detour away from your purpose and God's will for you, you feel awful. That awful feeling can come in simply by having a hateful thought about yourself. I'm unsuccessful. If you have that thought, you immediately get feedback from your guidance system saying, no, that is incorrect. You get negative feedback and a negative emotional response. If you say to yourself, I'm doing really quite well. I'm not exactly where I'd like to be, but I'm heading in the right direction. Then you feel relief. That feeling of relief is you heading toward your purpose. Now, relief is not the result of this work. You also find peace and joy and happiness. Relief means you have stepped up from the suffering you previously felt even a moment before. That is what you want to grasp. That is what we want you to grasp. We want you to truly grasp that when you are in alignment with love, you are in spirit. And that means you are in the love realm. That is your purpose. God's will for you here. What you have come here to learn and what you have come here to express. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be a big fancy career. It can be growing seedlings in your greenhouse. It can be reading a book to your child. It can be going to the gym and having a satisfying workout session. It can be cooking a beautiful meal. It could even be all those things at different points in the day, because that is what you're inspired to do. You listen to your guidance system and your inspiration. When you are in the fear realm, there is resistance. There is complaining. There is sickness. There is a lack of joy. There is stress. There is judgment. There is fear. There are tears of sadness. Now, we do not try to make you inhuman. We do not want you not to feel what you are feeling. But you must understand that if you are in a regular state of feeling off, then the decisions you make come from that fear thought system. The ego's thought system is a complete thought system, and the Holy Spirit's thought system is a complete thought system. You sit right between those two, and you must decide. Are you going to step left into fear, or are you going to step right into love? These are very small decisions sometimes. Maybe you get off the bus a block early to get a little exercise. That's a loving thing to do for your body. If you feel you need to get a little movement because you're feeling stiff, hopping off the bus a block early to walk in the morning light is a loving act for yourself. You are saying, my body hasn't moved enough. I'm going to support it. These tiny decisions throughout the day build on each other. As you see the importance of these thousands of tiny decisions, you realize how you can change the direct trajectory of your life one choice at a time by choosing love over fear. That is what a miracle is. Where there used to be fear, you now choose love. We encourage you to really get down into that guidance system and ask yourself, where am I feeling bad on a consistent basis? And why am I feeling bad on a consistent basis? What unloving thing am I doing, thinking, eating, saying, and believing about myself or another that causes this negative feedback? That is your homework for today. Because you want to choose love. That means you must become aware of where you choose fear over love. You must now resolve to make a new decision to choose again, to choose love. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we will see you again tomorrow. Indeed, lovelies. Namaste.